7 active players, though, for Iowa tonight. How will they handle that? Naz Hillmon wins the tip. Michigan controls. Filia tried to tip it back out. Instead, the rebound corralled by Tomi Taiwo, one of a couple of Iowa players in the starting lineup tonight. And there is the first bucket to go down.
But she's getting to the glass, and she can be that initiator and get downhill in transition.
And now the first bucket goes down for Michigan, Danielle Rausch. Wolverines, of course, 7 straight Big Ten wins, tying a program record as Filia creates space and puts it off the window. Until this year, and Christie, as we talked about in the Open, they've already beaten 2 in Indiana and Baylor.
Well, they have 6 wins over ranked opponents, and you want to win those home games, but if you have an 11-game win streak, you want to add to that for sure.
Great move off the glass from Kate Martin to respond.
This is the tempo that Iowa wants to go with. They want to push it and get clean looks like that one. Well, that's why I said that last shot that she took was just way off the mark. That one clean as a whistle.
And Maddie Nolan responds the other way for the Wolverines.
In terms of her passing ability.
Lisa Bluter said, my team doesn't know any other way than to push the pace, scoring 84 points per game as that bucket goes down.
Through that stretch as well. In terms of their scoring, they're scoring 75 points a game, shooting 49% as well.
Tomi Taiwo from downtown. We just saw Hillmon at the free throw line. Kaiser just checking into the ball game and puts it off the window with the left hand. Iowa now just 1 for its last 7. What would you like to see from the Hawkeyes here, Christie, over the final couple of minutes as you see Kate Martin get to the cup? Foul trouble, something that Iowa cannot afford tonight. Down a handful of players, just 7 active players in the game tonight as Hillmon gets another bucket. She's up to 8 points.
And what? Like, I'm good. I'm scoring. It's just phenomenal to watch how she operates.
And Caitlin Clark back the other way.
And it's phenomenal how Caitlin Clark operates as well. I mean, both of them were named preseason player of the year, one for the media and one for the coaches. You know, Iowa is missing Warnock, and I really think they're missing her production. She's their X factor and their motor.
Another 3 goes down.
But that's an ISO play for Clark to get loose, and not just for her to score, because when the defense commits, as we've said before, she makes great reads.
Dilk dumps it down to Kaiser.
Great positioning inside for Michigan.
Ball tipped around, dove on by Martin, scooped back up by Filia, who puts it down.
That earns you minutes on the floor.
Nolan rattles out. Hillmon, the offensive board, and the foul. Lisa Bluter talked about her contagious energy and somebody who still does all the dirty work while being the superstar. Hanging on to a 13-point lead here, 3 minutes into the second quarter. And Hillmon finds Dilk on the cut to the basket.
The last couple of seasons, when she's seen double and triple teams, she's been really great at finding players out of those attacks defensively. Not just the post players.
There's a drive to the basket, and a finger roll goes down for Danielle Rausch. Michigan has outscored opponents in these last 7 games by an average margin of victory of 22 points, and that's a big reason why. The offensive rebounds.
Sprint back and deflect.
Williams right into the chest of Sinano, playing with 2 fouls.
She almost skimmed her hip. She almost got Williams on that one.
Down to Sinano with the left hand, count the basket and the foul.
Monica Sinano right now is in the game with 2 fouls. She is playing delicately on the defensive end because of it. So offensively, you need to go to work, Monica Sinano, inside.
Meanwhile, the shots just continue to fall for Michigan. They're now 4 of 7 from deep. They've made 4 straight as Sinano answers off the window.
Answers that play. Okay, good.
Here's Amy Dilk. Off the back iron. Hillmon a second chance, you betcha.
Stay together, and that is different than it was last year in a lot of ways in terms of the consistency of that fact. To Monica Sonano, but they switched that matchup.
Dilk, no. Hillmon, yes, with the putback, and Naz Hillmon, 16 points, 5 rebounds. 12-point lead, and Christie, they were plus 12 in second chance points in that first half. Naz Hillmon right to the cup.
And that's tough, and I think that's another reason why you're not getting her out.
Down to Kaiser. Right back into Filia, and the left hand rolls out, but there is Hillmon with a second chance. No, Filia on the third opportunity, and the putback is good.
I thought she got a piece on both of those shots down there.
11 offensive rebounds for Michigan. Averaging nearly 14 a game as Filia gets right back to the cup, and she is feeling it. 8 points, 4 boards, and a pair of assists for the freshman.
And Iowa is the best offensive team when it comes to production and efficiency. But right here, we're watching defense run out.
And there is Cameron Williams.
And have a big lead because of it.
Williams on the kick out, and there is no one to pay it off. Something going offensively. Taiwo rims out, and that in a nutshell has been the story of the night for the Hawkeyes, shooting just 33%. Nolan, back-to-back triples.
4 made threes out of 6 attempts. That's tough.
Clark count the basket and the foul. And they're doing it tonight without Leah Brown, their second leading scorer, and a terrific defender in her own right. This young lady right here, Layla Filia.
That was just a tough move. Are you sure she's a freshman? I mean, because that was a tough move and finish in traffic. That was the proper read, Matt. Getting right into the middle of the paint there for that pull-up.
Sonata rejected by Naz Hillmon. 33% from the floor. Taiwo contested on the transition opportunity. And now a second chance for the Hawkeyes. Taiwo tries a 3 and hits. In spite of making just 3 of their last 12 field goals, Iowa's in the midst of a 13-2 run. Roush off the mark, another offensive rebound for Naz Hillmon. Naz Hillmon has been a huge reason why Michigan is in the midst of its perhaps best season in program history. For Filia, tries a 3. And the rebound, Caitlin Clark.
Filia, 30% three-point shooter, so not a bad choice, but you can't settle for that.
And it's back to a 12-point game. Iowa's still fighting as Filia goes high off the window and drops it in. It's a new season high for the freshman with 14.
She embraces the challenge of that.
Sonano out to Taiwo, off the mark, and the rebound and putback is there. 7 of 7 from the free throw line, though, which has allowed her to get up over 20 points. Now a pickoff from Taiwo, up ahead to Clark, who finishes. Clark with 3. And the step back is good. Filia, already a season-high 14, and she makes it 16.
With young, fantastic players who are ready to compete at this level.
Filia, dribbling around traffic. What a night for Layla Filia.
She has been magnificent.
Are you kidding me? Caitlin Clark from the logo.
Watch Caitlin Clark right here. You think she's setting up offense? No, she's winding up for a triple.
First time this game is at single digits since it was 27-18 in the second quarter, and there is Naz Hillmon.
What Iowa was able to do to kind of inch closer and closer to Michigan was to get some points off turnovers. Filia is going to work.
She said, if I had transferred earlier in my career, I wouldn't be having the time of my life right now. Holy smokes, another deep 3.
But watch right here. Hey, Kevin Durant, I know you're a big fan of Caitlin Clark. How about that one? Caitlin Clark, come on.
Kaiser left open and buries the bunny. She has played 37 minutes tonight, the most of any player in the game, and she drills another triple. Iowa is not out of it yet. Her and Caitlin Clark just continue to rewrite the history books. And we have been treated to a gem tonight. Clark again! Double team, no problem.
The defense did everything they could do. They're draped on her, Matt. Look at this. Everybody's around her, and she finds a crevice. Oh, and knocks it through. Look at this. Right in between two defenders in her face. It doesn't matter.
Down 8 of 3. No good. O'Grady, the offensive board, and the basket. Sensational. Clark from near half court. And a heat check for Caitlin Clark. On February the 27th. Hawkeyes with the basketball. Clark with the fadeaway. Missed everything in the rebound. Maddie Nolan, and now the Michigan faithful can take.
And hungry young players like Layla Filia. That's what I think Michigan has done better this year than last year.
Clark gives it off to O'Grady.
Just a phenomenal showing by her.
A career night for Layla Filia in her 5th career start. Now 24 points for the freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio. Final 30 seconds in Ann Arbor.
Yep.
And a backcourt violation gives it back to the Wolverines. And they will break the program record with 8 consecutive Big Ten wins.
A remarkable performance. Solid team win on both sides of the ball for the Michigan Wolverines.